Hi everyone, welcome back to the Thundertron podcast, and in today's segment I'm going to be discussing and giving you my thoughts on our first look at the Haslab Omega Prime replacement parts. But let me know your thoughts on this situation in the comment section down below. Let's now get into it. So there is a bit of a backstory to this whole situation. If you don't know, Haslab Omega Prime was originally supposed to be released in the fourth quarter of 2025 or the first quarter of 2026, depending on where you lived. But on a random day in the summer of 2025, Hasbro started sending out orders months early. And backers and collectors like me were really excited. I mean, it is a high value, rare exclusive item coming months early. Great news. But the first few people who received their copies reported some problems, which is not great news for people still waiting to get them, such as yellowing on Ultra Magnus, specifically the hands, the feet, and the front of the legs. Also some breakages on Optimus Prime, really where the abdomen or chest region is, due to a slider mechanism being inside there used for the transformation. Now, people's reactions were a bit mixed. Some people were trying to stay optimistic. They're like, hey, maybe this is just a first few copies. It's a fluke. Just a random thing that happened. All the other ones will be fine. Because they made many thousands of this figure. I think it's actually the most successful Transformers Haslab. So it's not a wrong thing to think. It is possible. I actually kind of thought the same thing myself. I also thought maybe they could just stop sending them out, because they do pay attention to social media and these forums where people will complain or say things. So they might have saw it and just stop sending them out. Well, neither happened. It was not just a one-time fluke or a few fluke, and they did not stop sending them out. They continued to ship them out. I'm pretty sure everyone who backed it received their copy in the end. Might have taken a bit of time, but they received theirs. And once we started getting them, we were like, okay, what do we do? Some people complained. Some people just left it in the box, did not touch it, because they were like, hey, I don't want to mess it up or make it even worse than it already is. So some people did send emails to Hasbro Pulse. Some people did not care. They just opened it and transformed it. Like, I don't care if it yellows. I don't care if it breaks. I just want to open it and transform and play with it. That's fine. And then some people did this last thing, which is what I did. So I got 2 copies. One, I very carefully transformed it into the Omega Prime mode, because that's how I want it to look with the other Haslabs. So there is no stress marks, no cracks, no yellowing. It is in perfect condition as far as I know. It's been in that mode ever since I got it many months ago. And I have a second copy that I do transform. So that one I'm perfectly fine if there's some stress marks, the cracks at the chest, or yellowing. Now, what about the people who emailed Hasbro? You might be wondering, what happened with that? Well, they did reply saying, hey, we will send you replacement parts for this problem a little bit later in the year. Well, later is now, and they actually have sent these parts out. It's probably happening right now. I don't think everyone who's complained has gotten theirs, because it was probably many people. Not everyone, but a good amount of people. So, overall, I would say it was pretty good customer service. I will say, as sort of an unbiased person in this situation, I was not expecting Hasbro to do anything. I was thinking they were just going to say, hey, sorry about that, it's just a part of collecting, but they actually sent them parts. So for Ultra Magnus, I would say it's great. They did send parts of the areas that were yellowing, the feet, the hands, and the front of the legs. Now, probably a number one question in your mind is, won't these pieces just yellow too? I have no idea. I have a few friends who complained. They're in the area, and I've talked to them like, hey, you got yours? Has yours yellowed? They're like, nope, hasn't yellowed yet. But keep in mind, yellowing on action figures, specifically Transformers, is really weird. It can happen within a couple days or a couple years. We will never know. But for Optimus, unfortunately, wasn't as good. So I myself and many other people were thinking they were just going to resculpt the piece that's inside the slider mechanism so it still works, but doesn't cause the stress marks and the breakages. Well, they just took that exact same piece and shaved it down and sent it to people. Now, people who watching or listening to this video might be perfectly fine with that, but I frankly find it really cheap and lazy. I mean, it is a $250, really rare, hard to find item, and if you want it now, it's probably double or triple the price it originally was. So it just seems to me they did not put enough attention and time into this figure. It is also a lesson for future Haslabs of Transformers and of other brands. Star Wars, Marvel, G.I. Joe. I don't think they should move these Haslabs early anymore. Like, yes, it is great to get any item earlier, whether it's $20 or $250. It's great. But if it comes with a ton of QC problems and breakages, I don't want it. I would rather them delay it a year than get it a year early and it's just, crap. So that's my rant. Again, not too much hate on Hasbro. I just definitely think they could have handled this better. A good question is, if they had never made it early, if it stayed in December, would they have caught this before they ever sent them out? But I hope you enjoyed this quick segment. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.